Okay. Um, like I said, I will never let them live the fantasy. The reason why I say these things is because as target individual, we are forced to experience and feel reactions that are not happening naturally. They make you have stimulations, reactions, sexual reaction, some kind of like stimulations of some sort. And you see this picture in the background. So this is about this woman who was I think talking to somebody, was trying to talk to this kid in the background. I think she's a teenager. I'm not sure, but uh, I I think she's a teenage kid or something like that. And this guy was trying to to talk to her or something like that. And so because of that, they gave me this strong stimulation. Now I know myself, I will never have any stimulation of this nature or any nature toward this person. I know. I was like, what? You think I'll have that sensation, stimulation? Of course I know. It's what they forced me to experience. And this is nasty, because what they try to do is, in a lot of target individuals, they have this thing where they try to portray the target individual as a predator, right? And they force target individuals to get like stimulations, sexual stimulations. Those are the things they like to do. It's nasty, it's foul, but that's the things they've been doing to people, to break them down and to make them subscribe to it. For me, they even get to the point where they're like, but remember, when you watch this movie when you're like 20 and 19 or something like that, in that movie, because this actress was playing, she's an actress of about the same age, but in the movie she was playing this underage, you felt like a sexual stimulation when you watch that movie about this actress who's an adult but play an underage. But in that sex scene you felt stimulation. So you see that what you're experiencing now is matching to that. This is the kind of logical ways they try to make themselves still make the, for me, the psyops of these people involved in this and via the V2K is to try to make logic of the obvious manipulations. And they use this trash that at first were trying to make themselves be like this psyop of like feminism or like this femme fatale, but when in reality they're trash working these entities in this program where they've been doing these ways of manipulating people, even women with children being forced to get stimulations and what they would call program perversion aimed toward young people and children. That's the stuff they do. And they use these low lives for me. For all of them, but the psyop for me is disturbing. And they think they can gaslight you into accepting this false reality. Of course, I will never. Even just this picture, it's so disturbing. Do you think this person could ever exist? I don't know if it's the one but she will do nothing to me. And no reaction. And they're like, and it's not because I think she's ugly or whatever. I would never have this reaction in a natural way based on her. It's disturbing. And you hear this trash, these bottom fears who are trying to get you to accept via the psyops, right? Using this, which ironically enough, they use these scripts, right, to disorient you. Those are the scripts the CIA entities have architected, in the meaning that these tactics they've come up with to break you down, to disorient you. And every time they do these things, and I'm calling it out for what it is, you are forcing me to get stimulations, you are forcing me to get reactions, so you can make me you can create this persona of a predator, and you're forcing me to get stimulation toward this person in the background. And then they go into the disorienting scripts they like to use, which is part of the CIA tactics of disorientations, and repeat things. Oh no, you are no, and then try to change subject, like try to disorient you and say something else. Typical tactics, which was created by the CIA. Which, ironically enough, these entities are filled with pedophiles, and they think I'm gonna let them live this fantasy of theirs. It's so it's disgusting, but that's what they do. I don't care if they feel guilty. It's funny with me. They're like, "Oh, we feel guilty." Do you think I care about pedophiles like that feeling guilty? They're trash. They're just bottom feeders who wanted to live the little fantasy. With me, I don't let them escape into that little la la land. I know when you force me to get stimulation, of course, this is kind of more obvious. Well, it's not more obvious, but it's obvious as hell. And they try to make me think, oh, is it more obvious than when they do that to babies? No, this is as obvious, but it's also like intense. It's nasty. And you have to be strong. You have to be strong because they're gonna try to make you accept these things, and they go through. Oh yeah, you might be. You're going through the repetition and what I just say. I'm sorry. I hope I'm trying to make sense when I speak because there's so much thing going on while I'm speaking. They like to go into repetition. Oh, you might be. It's not maybe you, huh? Because there's a time when 3 in the morning they wake me up. It's like, no, it's you. It's you. It's like, yeah, okay, I might be. Man, then ever since then they're like, oh, you might be, huh? This is the part of the scripts. So target individuals is disgusting, but know yourself, right? For me, they've done these nasty stimulations from the babies to the older kids. And this because that person in the background is likely to be a kid. I think she's like a teenager of some sort. And they try to get me stimulated in certain ways. And they're like, oh no, we're matching it to how you felt when you watched this movie about this adult actress who was playing an underage, but you felt stimulations when they were having sex scenes. We matched. That's you. No, you are manipulating me to get stimulations. To our target individuals, see them for the true low life that they are.
They're trying to take over my mind, putting thoughts of pedophilia. It's disgusting, disgusting. Take this whole thing into account so much and make it so dramatic. It is dramatic. It's somebody trying to end my life. It's somebody trying to end who I am as a person. It's somebody trying to take over my mind, putting thoughts of pedophilia. It's disgusting, disgusting, disgusting things.
What I said. Playing with my dog. So that attacks continue. I don't let them get me. Today, they continue with the programming of perversion, but this time they are aiming in the use of people, better said young people, also children and homosexuals. When I aggravated them, I usually called demeaning names, and one of them is referring to homosexuals. For me, all of the slaves are misfits, society haters, scumbags, etc. No, I don't have anything personal against them, homosexuals, but as my way to aggravate the slaves, and since they love to use children for the torture and stalking, street theater etc. Especially teenagers for the stalking at close range with an attitude, they are using them during my sleep in the perversion program, and so you can imagine what the slaves of torture are pretending to do to me. In the last days, as today September 9th, '07, anything I do, either watching TV or reading of whatever I'm doing, they brush me sort of say, I feel like I'm aroused all day and I feel the palpitations in my genitals for what I'm thinking, and since the attack comes so quickly, I realized my programming has been set on auto, in their central computers, no handlers could do something like this that quick. What make me realized, the slaves are desperate to get me. Unfortunately for them, they are facing a strong wall where no matter how much their computers EAP me, I know I'm not changing. As I said, I feel like they've been set up a beam where I feel constantly stimulated. I'm talking sexually, like a heat in my genitalia, like getting aroused constantly, trying to make me feel uncomfortable, because it doesn't stop.
Any part of the body. This technology can be used to sexually manipulate the target. It can make the target feel sexual arousal, or it can sort of turn off